It's been a while since we've had a penny hunt. We got $50 of them ready to roll. Welcome back to Silver in the Big Sky. Probably no silver tonight with pennies on the mat, but we did have one hunt last year where we did find 4 in silver in a penny bag. But we've got a penny bag on the mat. We usually kind of find all kinds of things in there. Foreign, lots of Canadian, hopefully some wheat cents, hopefully some errors and varieties. But yeah, there's a little Big Sky view for you this evening after work night. The snow has been trying to melt, but it's hanging on. We've got a bag of pennies. It's been a while since we did a penny hunt. The pennies aren't circulating through the banks like they were. So yeah, the penny production or the cycling of the penny has definitely noticeably slowed down. But we've got one, so we're going to hunt it. This is the equivalent of 2 boxes. We'll bring in with all the cool finds, of course. Hopefully we find some really cool stuff. We've got a book that we're trying to fill, and I'll have an update with how many slots. I didn't have that readily available trying to get to the hunt here, but yeah, we're gonna get going. We are in our first handfuls. I forgot to mention this is going to be our first penny hunt with the Strike It Rich book that we've got, and a little update on those numbers. We've got 140 slots in that wheat cent book, and we're at 119. So hopefully we can fill one. I've just been sitting here yarding out the Canadian. I've already plucked out 12 Canadian, including a really nice, or a couple of really nice 96s actually. And there was a 66 and that 67 there. Their bicentennial year or something. But I spotted my first wheat cent, and it's going to be an oldie. We're going to have a 30s straight off the bat. 1938 at a Philly. We've got a wheat cent for the board. Started with an oldie. Hopefully there's more. First handful on this side. What you got, babe?
Well, I got a couple different wheats.
So I see one.
One here.
Ooh, I see 2.
There's one there.
Dang.
There's one here.
Dang.
Guess we'll start with that one. It's a 44.
She got started hot.
I think it's D.
44D?
D.
Okay. Common one.
This one is a 52D.
Okay.
And then this
We're getting more recent.
is very worn.
Ooh, that could be an oldie.
And that looks like a 1918.
What in the heck is that doing in there?
I can't see a mint mark, so I think it's Philly.
You get a little closer for the camera. It was hard to see that other, man.
It's hard to see.
Hopefully we can make that out there. I think I do see it. It does look like a 1850. That's, wow. That's only like year 9 or 10 of the wheat cent. Same handful. She's got our 5th wheat cent of the hunt, it sounds like. Did you lose it?
No, it's right here.
She's losing it.
It's got a 53.
Ooh, nice looking one.
I don't think there's a mint mark, but
Looks like a 53 Philly. We are in our second handfuls, and I had just spotted a wheat edge sticking up there, and then I had saw something even more rare in my pile. Let me know in the comments if you think you saw it before we found it. But there should be only one thing that one of these magnets is going to find. And it's going to be a find that you're really looking for right there. Look at that. That is going to be a steel cent. You just don't find these. They're not a rare coin to find by any means. It's going to be a 43S though. You just don't find them because banks, coin machines are all kind of pulling out the magnetics, so this is typically not getting through. Though, I mean, in our last bag hunt, we did get a Canadian quarter, which is also magnetic and shouldn't be getting through. So we have had, I think this is only like the 3rd or 4th one of these we found in the last year, but we do have one. The other ones we had flipped up. This one's not very nice, so maybe I'll try to clean it, but I think I will slot it. So we're going to have a slotter for the book there in a 1943S. And, geez, in the excitement, we forgot to pull that other one out. What do we got? Sorry, that steel cent is just a cool find. And that's just going to be another common 1944 filly. And the Canadian is just mounding up. Second handful on this side. Sounds like she might have a few for us.
Yep, here's one.
That's going to be wheat set number 8.
Rough shape.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a 53D though.
Man, the two newer ones have been like the worst ones. Okay, that's number 8.
And there's one over here.
You all right?
Mm-hmm. And that one's a 52D.
52 Denver?
And then here was one more. I can't really tell what that says. It's definitely
Oh, wheat scent.
a wheat scent. But
Looks like a 34 to me.
That's what I thought. But
Yeah. 34 filly. She's now got the two oldest ones with that other one. I had taken a look at it. I think it was a 1916 filly. But, yeah, it's another oldie. Well, she got in there. She got a third handful. She sees a few more.
I picked them out by the color because I was kind of going through my pile and just trying to get out the copper.
Nice, nice.
It's a 53D.
Okay. You've got 3 53s yourself now.
58D.
Okay. Got a last year wheat scent, a newest one on the hunt.
52S.
All right. Always take an S when you're hunting any denomination. 3 more, makes 13. Third handful over here, and I saw at least 3 once I popped down a new couple of handfuls. There's one right there. I think all of them were reverse facing, actually. It's a lot easier to see those ones. They stand out with that awesome, cool design reverse that they have. 55 Denver, first 55 of the hunt. There was a really worn one right there. What's that one going to be? Where'd it go? Almost lost that one off the mat. Ooh, it's an oldie. I didn't think that was going to be old. I just thought it was a little deteriorated there, but look at that. A 26 filly. Dang. Okay. And then one right there. Wheat scent. Forgot what number we're at, but that's a 56D. Dang. Getting a few. Same handful over here. I think she's got, did you say you had a few more?
I got 2. So I got one right here, which looks like a 54S.
All right. Don't get mad at the S's. That's number 17.
And then I've got one here. That's a 49. That might be
Looks like a Denver.
Denver.
All right.
And I just got a 59, but
Ooh, 59. No mule back.
nope.
All right. We've got 18 wheats. That's pretty good. Same handful over here. Just a few coins later, had come to one in my hand. It's going to be another oldie-ish. 46. Philly. Wheat scent, number 19. Same handful over here. Flipped up a few more, I think. I think that was a 1941 hiding down there. It is. Got to check the eyes, you know. 1941 at a Philly. Take that. I forget what number we were at. I think we were at 18, so that would be 19 if that's correct. And then that would make 20. And that's going to be a 48. Looks like a San Francisco. All right, another San Francisco mint for the board. And a couple of more. Oh, we did add a wheat scent aged Canadian of the, yeah, we're at like 60 Canadian cents now. The same handful that just keeps giving. I think we're at 21. I just did a count on the board. That one looks pretty nice, and I see another one still hiding in my pile. So 22 and 23. Yeah, that is a nice one. Splash of red. Look at that reverse. Don't see them like that a whole lot. It's got to be a newer year, and it is a 57 Denver. Take that. Very nice reverse. And there's a 53 at a San Francisco hiding in my pile. All right. 23. Final handful over here. And we've got a wheat scent reverse popping out right there. And so I looked around and I saw a date that looked pretty old. And yes, man, that looks like a 39S. It is. Like to see the older San Franciscos for sure. 39 out of San Francisco for wheat cent number 24. And that wheat cent reverse for 25. What are we going to get there? A 42 Philly. All right. 25. Just flipped it around again, and I believe I spotted 3 more. There is a reverse there for number 26, I believe. 40 out of Philly. There was a 58 Denver right there for 27, I believe. And then look at that reverse right there poking out. Yeah, number 28, I do believe, is a 55 Denver. Too bad it wasn't the Philly. All right. I got a couple of more, and we're going to get to 30. Came to one of my handfuls, so I kind of scooped, turned, looked around again, trying to consolidate on the number of clips. There's going to be just a common later year, 1957 out of Denver. If we can get a good zoom there, there it is. And then one in my pile, reverse facing. Not a very nice one. 54 San Francisco. Dang. 30. Nearing the very end. This is the end of the coins here. Same handful, same situation. Came to another wheat cent, looked around, saw another. It's going to be 2 more, I think. Man, I apologize. I'm losing track. 51 Denver. I think we were at 30, so that'd be 31 and 32. And that's just a 57 Denver. Common, later year. Wow. Well, that's a wrap. Let me set up this board. What's shocker here is all the different years represented. A lot of different years. Don't see that very often. Let me set this up. I'll be right back. We've got the board set up. What a hunt. That was a really good one. We haven't had one quite that good in a little while. That was all the 2025s, all Denvers. I say all because we've been finding quite a bit more than that, it seems like, in hunts. Had just 6 nice copper cents that we saved. Some pretty nice ones and some oldies, some early 70s. These were stacks of 10, so 50. They kind of slowed down at the end. But so 55, 60, 65, 66. 66 Canadian cents plus one that was wheat cent aged Canadian cent. We saved 4 2009s that were in decent enough shape to hold on to. Pulled handful of 59s. One Philly was not the mule there. Looking for that Philly to have a wheat cent reverse. A couple of 69S's that did not have the DDO. No big varieties, no DDOs or anything crazy going on. I had a couple of 70S's that I thought maybe were the 70S small date, but man, it's a hard one to tell. I gave up on them. Wheat cents, we had some 58 Denvers, 57 Denvers, 56 Denvers, 55 Denvers, 54. We just had a couple of San Franciscos. 53, we had San Francisco, Denver, and Philly. 52, we had Denver and San Francisco. Oh man, we need a 52 in our book, Philly. Didn't get it. 51 Denver, 49 Denver, 48 San Francisco, 46 Philly, 44 Philly, 44 Denver. Moving back here, had the Steely. I cleaned it up a little bit, but as you can see, that one's in some rough shape, but it is a 43S. I'll slot that thing in the book because we need it. 42, 41, 40 Philly. 39S, I believe the book needed a 38S, so we were close. 38 Philly. And then 34 Philly. And then after 33 Philly, we need a 33 Philly in the book. All we need are things with mint marks before that. So none of these are going to fill the book slot. 1926 Philly. I'm calling that a 16 Philly. Let me know your thoughts on that if you would go another way. I'll show you the book real quick. But yeah, that was a solid hunt. If you've got 10 seconds to help us, please like, comment, and share. We could really use your assistance. We're trying to push to 1,000 subscribers now after finally hitting 500, which means for the first time, we can accept channel members. So who's going to be that first one to support Silver in the Big Sky? And with our very first dollar made, I might have to put your name on that, pin it on the wall. But there you see we need a 52 Philly. Then we need those 3 steel cents, 39 Denver, 38 San Francisco. And then you get to some oldies. There's the only Philly left on that side of the board. But here you go. As I said, they're not very rare of a coin. 192 million made, 218 million, 605 million. You just don't find them in circulation anymore. Wow, that thing actually slid right in. It was wanting to go. There you go. We have now slotted 120 of the 140 slots in just 57 boxes hunted. That's pretty incredible. If you ask me, most of it came in that one big hunt. But yeah, let us know your thoughts, feedback, comments, concern. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention a ton, absolute ton of copper in this hunt. Pretty crazy. It's gonna dang near fill a quarter box. Awesome. We'll be on to the next hunt. We appreciate you and look forward to seeing you in the next hunt.